everyone. So my last video was about painting the hydrangea girl, and if you have seen that, then you know I have used pink or five pink colors from Daniel Smith, and I have mentioned them before. They're these colors, just so alizarin crimson, queen magenta, quinacridone violet, queen pink, and opera pink. And I mixed them, and that was it. But I am, like I said before, I am on a holiday now, and so I don't have all of my watercolors with me. And although 5 pinks is a good number of pinks, I kind of was interested to see what other pinks I can mix, and the obvious is, of course, when you, so I've done a little swatch here, I hope you can see. So the obvious thing to say is obviously the more water you add, the more pastel you become, or the color becomes, not you. Sorry, pale, not pastel. And you can get the depth of the paint depending on how much of the paint you use and how much of the water, and you can already just with one paint get a lot of different shades. So I have swatched these pinks again. So this is alizarin crimson. Then we have quinacridone magenta right here, which is a more cool toned, beautiful violet sort of pink color. Then we have queen violet. If I show you the colors side by side, although they're quite similar, you can see that this one has more of a sort of pink color, and this one has more violet in there. Then we have the quinacridone pink, which is probably my favorite pink. Oh yeah, so I think I've mentioned that these are Daniel Smith, but it's my favorite Daniel Smith pink. Quinacridone pink is just so delicious. It's like a marmalade. It's such a yummy color. And then finally opera pink. I think everyone knows this color. So it's a super fluorescent, super bright color, and within that color you can also get some pale pink as well, not just the super bright that it is known for. So that's that. Then I decided to just see what I can mix and play around with my colors and kind of see more of pale colors, which sort of colors I could mix, and or even pastel, because I used buff titanium in the following colors, and you will see it has sort of that more of a pastel look to them. And some of them have mixed very well, but some of them, the buff titanium came out separate, so separated from the other watercolor, which makes it, basically gives it yellow blobs like this example. So here is quinacridone violet, and just below it we have quinacridone violet with buff titanium, and out of all colors, this and the one next to it, quinacridone pink, they kind of separated with buff titanium. They didn't want to befriend it. So you get sort of kind of stains of buff titanium, and then quinacridone violet was pushed out a little bit, so was quinacridone pink. So unless this is the look you're going for me personally, I didn't like this combo. However, I have, although not really properly swatched Pyrrol Red, because it's a red color, you can, if you dilute Pyrrol Red, if I show you here in the pan and then here on the swatch, if you dilute it, you can get a very warm pink, but to me it's more of a peachy kind of red, more on the red side than a pink, even diluted. but you can do. So I decided to really dilute it, and then on top of that mix it with buff titanium and a lot of buff titanium. It mixed really well. The color came out quite pretty actually. It's a very nice skin tone, like a peachy skin tone, very pretty color, very very pastel, very pale. And then I've done the same thing here, but this time a touch more of Pyrrol Red just to pink it up a little bit more. And again, it mixed very well and it's a super pretty color. I really really like it. So that's that. Then these two I have already mentioned to you. So these two are basically the originals, and these two are the same but with buff titanium. Then let's have a look at Opera Pink. Now this was another one which I was quite surprised and liked the combo. So Opera Pink with buff titanium yet again. If I come closer, it has mixed very well. The buff titanium hasn't separated as much as in the other two. And it is a very pretty color, and if you compare it to the palest part over here, you can see that this one becomes more neutral, more warmer. So it's super pretty. I really like that. I don't think, have I tried this before? I'm not sure if I have, but I really like this. So then let's go to the final row. I thought to include Moonglow because it's such an interesting color. It separates into a lot of colors. You can see some violets, some purples, blues over here, almost turquoisey blues, and of course pinks. So it's such a complex mix that I had to include it. It's not obviously a true pink, but it's definitely something interesting, and it, for me, does have pink in there. So then I have gone ahead and mixed Moonglow with buff titanium again, and that gave me a more, if I show you side by side, it gave me again a more neutral, a warmer kind of shade. So that came out quite well. And then, because I haven't done this above, when I've done Alizarin Crimson and Quinacridone Magenta, I have not mixed them with buff titanium over here. I decided to do it here, and it has, both of them have separated, but not as much as these two. So I like that color, and I like this color as well because you can still see Quinacridone Magenta, whereas here maybe I added too much buff titanium, but still the whatever Quinacridone Violet there was, it was pushed right to the edge. Like I said, again, for a certain painting that would be really interesting, and you know, but you have to keep in mind that they just don't mix together very well. And finally, I just thought I'd do something a little crazy here, and I tried Pyrrol Red, which is mostly concentrated over here, with Opera Pink. So I just used Pyrrol Red, diluted it with some water, and then went into Opera Pink and just dropped it in just to see. And I quite like that because it has given the diluted Pyrrol Red a pinker hue because of the Opera Pink, and then also it has even sort of intensified the actual red. Pyrrol red is a beautiful red, and by adding Opera Pink you make the red glow, and it becomes like a super bright kind of coral pinkish red. I would highly recommend for you to try that combo. It's quite neat actually. So yeah, so that's my little experiment. And when I first started mixing these pinks, I wasn't sure that this is the direction I would go. I thought I am just going to see what I can mix, but It seems to be more on the pastels and the pale colors, which I'm quite happy because it's not something I have tried before. And yeah, it's quite useful to have buff titanium in your palette, and it's quite pretty. I would think it just neutralizes things and makes them kind of reminds me of ice cream shades, doesn't it? It's and it's also very therapeutic to just do these swatches and see what you can come out with. So I hope this was useful for you, and if you like this sort of video, then please let me know in the comment box below, and I will try to make more of these. Thanks for watching. See you soon.